Hello everyone, I all hope you had a very wonderful and enjoying your wonderful morning and very much of a very great day indeed, guys. As you can see, guys, it is extremely hot, but the weather is on and off and is completely cloudy. Despite that, guys, I'm superly grateful for viewing and watching my episodes. It greatly means a lot to me from all of you guys. Literally means a lot to me. So may God bless you all and may you all stay happy and safe and blessed as well. On today's episode, we're to speak about an ancient supervillain known as Golden Girl, who is a dark witch and a high-ranking member of an ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Order of Power, that is quietly founded and led by the new Lord of Magic, known by Lord Jet, with the goal to rule, and control the sacred world and the sacred universe and planet Earth and the known universe and the known worlds, and also by wiping out the supernaturals, aliens, and superhumans in the process and the Formation Hunters to further their goals and their ultimate plans for sole control over sacred existence by any means necessary as well. So let's proceed. In Golden Girl's early life, she was a very powerful dark witch and a very great subordinate of the original Lord of Magic, which who she helped supply many canyons. She helped supply many canyons of shadow energy in her earliest time by altering light energy and shadow energy in its purest form by turning it into a dark substance of dark matter and dark energy at will. With her dark magic, she and the other four mystic powerful dark magic users, such as the Dark Druid, the Dark Witches, and the Dark Faithful, and as well as the seconds, combine their dark magic together and converge it all at one, able to alter shadow energies, able to alter light magic energies power into dark shadow energies power at will. By doing so, they continue supplying the energy substance strictly directly to the Shadow Empire's central headquarters, where the original Dodo Magic exactly sat on the Shadow Empire throne, where he could continue to rule the Shadow Empire with ultimate dark power at will. At that time, Golden Girl exactly felt her place within the original Dodo Magic was quietly well known and was quietly well preserved. Over time, Golden Girl began conquering many worlds, many magical worlds and planets, and combining the crystals and energy source and power by filling it with dark energy, with dark substance called energy that can literally corrupt, that can actually literally corrupt the light magic power source within its purest form and radar. That by doing so, Golden Girl became powerful and more dangerous. She even formed a powerful secretive alliances with the most dangerous dark witches known as the Shadow Witches to aid them on their respective goals, which they have lived throughout the sacred universe and the sacred world for many centuries and for many millennia. They're extremely beautiful and extremely dangerous and deadly, cruel and very intelligent witches. Over time, Golden Girl supplied the Shadow Witches with more greater intelligence and more greater information. In doing so, the Shadow Witches supplied Golden Girl with new bases of operations, such as a new headquarters and greater resources for her to aid herself. Within that time, Golden Girl exactly founded herself an ancient cave and an ancient powerful crystal temple that was quietly within the ancient mountains of the magic universe, where she was able to focus her training and her power source. During one of those times, Amber, the goddess of power, known as the Witch of Power, approached Golden Girl and tell her that her place within the original Dodo Magic as his follower has come to an end. Rather to support him as a follower, she could exactly support him as a subordinate. And Golden Girl was very proud and very relieved that the most powerful dark witch known as Amber, the goddess of power and the witch of power, has fully recognized her worth within their ranks, and that she has finally earned her rightful place within the ranks of the original Lord of Magic as well. And in doing so, Amber gave her powerful tasks and powerful mission and assignments where she could purposely aid them and help them on their glorified conquest to searching for the secrets of immortality and death and life in a process as well. During within those times, the Golden Girl conquered many magical worlds and planets, even formed powerful, formidable alliances with other dark witches to aid them on their respective conquests and goals, which the other witches agreed to supply her with more ancient texts and knowledge and powerful ancient texts and knowledge and craft about the secrets of shadow energy, about the secrets of shadow energy and the secrets of dark magic, or rather known as black magic or witchcraft, where she can able to craft her magic powers and her ability and all of that. During over time, the Golden Girl practiced her dark magical powers and abilities of teleportation and opening portals, reading minds, mind controlling, possessioning, resurrection, summoning, resurrection, and summoning, resurrection, and summoning, resurrection, and summoning, super speed intelligence, combining science with dark magic at will, converging energy into dark energy at will, and using her greatest dark magical power at will in order to alter light magic into dark magic at will. That made her more powerful and more stronger and more formidable than any sinister dark witch ever existed. Golden Girl became very proud and impressed with her abilities and power as she remains within the ancient temple, within the ancient crystal dark temple for the past few millennia and centuries, supplying the original Lord of Magic and his followers with more knowledge and text and more details and everything about immortality and everything else about immortality and power and all that, so that he could reach his final goals of conquest and ruling the entire known universe and the rest of sacred existence with an iron fist by preparing for a powerful confrontation against his greatest threat, against his greatest foe, known as the prophesied child, who was actually to be relieved to have survived to have survived due to the destruction of Origin World being destroyed in the process as well. On the on the 15th of January, Golden Girl began combining dark magic with light energy and with light magic at will, able to shift dark magic into positive magic and using it for her own practices to groom her power and also to gain more powerful and also to become more powerful and more destructive than ever before. During at that time, she mastered her powers and abilities at will, and she completely grasped the power and knowledge decisively at will as well. On the 22nd of January, the Dark Druid returned to Golden Girl's central headquarters of a base of operation and told her that the prophesied child known as Universal Man and the Universal Heroes are at war with the original Lola Magic, and the original Lola Magic told the rest of his followers to stay back and never to intervene. And Golden Girl was very surprisingly shocked that the legends and the rumors were true, that the prophesied child has indeed exactly returned, and she was quietly told to stay out of the fight and out of the battle as well by any means necessary. Despite that, Amber decided to take matters into her own hands as well. On the 29th of January, Amber began teleporting herself straightly into the sacred ruins of the destroyed worlds and planets, where she was able to grab the pieces of immortality and the power of immortality and everything else in order for her to unlock the power of immortality and the greater powers and abilities of immortality and secrets powers of immortality at will, Golden Girl was able to begin to grasp her secret powers of immortality and all of that at will, where she can become more powerful and very much quietly more invincible as well. On the 1st of February, the power vacuum within the Shadow Empire consumed every other Shadow Empire warlord and commander to secretly forming alliances with ancient groups of supervillains by secretly supplying them with destructive and more powerful compatible technology. In return, these ancient groups of supervillains will secretly supply them with more worlds and more planets that are under their control as well. On the 10th of February, the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders all convene at the sacred lands and planets in order to decide who will become the next new Nova Magic. But Golden Girl exactly annihilated all of them and destroyed them completely with her dark magic power and her abilities at will, and she wiped them all out by stating that they are a total disgrace to the original Lord of Magic and to his legacy and to his goals, and she wiped them out and annihilated them with her power and with her greatest destructive power of dark magic at will completely. On the 15 on the 15 on the 15th of February, when another power that came throughout the Shadow Empire had been created due to the disappearance of the Universal Heroes have gone quietly missing. Golden Girl sought out another opportunity. Golden Girl sought out another opportunity to convert her power and energy at will throughout the other Shadow Empire outposts and bases, where she was able to convert it and turn it into raw destructive power and raw destructive energy at will, where she can easily practice her dark witchcraft and her dark magic at will without any hesitation. In doing so, she gained more power and she became more invincible and more destructive than ever before. And she was able to see through everything else throughout the past and throughout the windows of the past and throughout the history of sacred existence, where she was able to learn that the King of Darkness, who is an ancient being and who is still rumored to be dead, or rather rumored to be dead, or rumored to be killed or to be dead, is still actively alive. And the good question is, where is he still roaming out to be as well? On the 17th of February, Golden Girl received a powerful invitation by the new Lord of Magic for her to join forces with him in his ancient secret society known as the Order of Power, in which she could benefit as well with her goals and with her mission. And she accepted the invitation to join forces with Lord Jet and aiding him in his respective goals and conquests, which could help her in a process as well. On the 15th of March, the members of the Order of Power completely revealed themselves as they were watching a video screen of the Shadow Empire warlords and commanders battle cruisers fighting up against the Intergalactic Coalition and the Universal Defending Heroes, and Lord Jet, the new Lord of Magic, stated that the Order of Power can now begin to operate within the shadows of the sacred world, within the shadows of the sacred world, and within the shadows of the sacred world, and within the shadows of the sacred universe. Meaning, in other words, their secret society and his new empire has now been formed, and that now he has gained more power and more understanding than anything else ever before. Meaning, they can begin to operate in the shadows and in full secrecy, and nothing or anyone else will be able to stop them from completing their goals by any means necessary as well. On the 15th of April, Lord Jet told Golden Girl that they'll be headed off to a dark ancestral realm, where they'll be able to practice their power of transformation in order to adapt, and they'll be gone for several months. And when they return, they'll be more powerful and very, very much more invincible. And Golden Girl agreed to join forces with them on their respective journey as well. They have disappeared throughout the years, as in throughout the months of the years, including May, June, July, August, until September, where they've been on the other dark ancestral realm, transforming and adapting and growing more powerful than ever, and absorbing the energy of the dark ancestral realm, where their powers will be more powerful and more indestructible as well in the process, which Golden Girl began to sense that her dark magic has grown more powerful and more greatly invincible as well in the process. And so that the other associates of the Order of Power, they return on the 15th of September, where they were able to discover that Jet's protege, known as Lord Clay, has failed miserably with his task and with his mission in taking control over the organization and of the new empire, and that Jet decided to depromote him and leave him, and decided to depromote him and banish him due to his failure, which created a rift between master and student. And now the student became the new master, and he reassembled his ancient group that has existed many centuries ago, known as the Order of Death, which is an ancient secret society with a different perspective, goals, and views as well. And in doing so, the other followers were forced. This created a faction between between the followers of the new Lord of Magic and the followers of the other new Lord of Magic, known as Lord Clay, which they were forced in order to choose sizes. And it completely began to create chaos throughout the new Shadow Empire and throughout the new original Empire as well. On the 20th of October, on the 20th of October, Golden Girl completely reconvened with her dark magic users known as the Dark Druid and the Dark Witches and the Dark Faithful and the Seconds, and told them that they should remain loyal to Lord Jet and to his organization and to his new secret society, which has been part kept clear of the deal. And they all agreed that they will remain by his side and can support him on his respective goals and mission, no matter what as well. And Golden Girl was very systematically proud and very systematically pleased of that as well. On the 19th of November, Golden Girl completely exactly entered into a new entered a new magical realm where she figured out that the lost colony of the fairy witches lived in peace, and she decided in order to transform them into her followers and warriors, and told them that there is another way for them to help, and there's another way for them to gain revenge and vengeance against the original Shadow Empire and against the Universal Heroes if they aid her and help her on her respective goals to restoring peace and balance by exterminating and wiping out the supernaturals, aliens, and superhumans, and the Four Nation Hunters and the Universal Heroes and the Intergalactic Coalition out of the way permanently, which they could regain their revenge and their power back that was stolen from them many, many years ago and many centuries ago. And the fairy witches of the colony agreed to do just that, to join forces with Golden Girl and aid her on her respective missions and plans as well, which could benefit them in numerous ways as well. On the 19th of December, Golden Girl convened with the members of the Order of Power on an ancient crystal dark temple, where the Dark Sisters began to make sure that their plans and preparations are going according to plan. Lord Jet, the new Lord of Magic, reassured the members of the Order of Power that everything else is going according to plan, the way it's intended to be, and that their plans are successfully in place the way they need it to be, and nothing can purposely exactly disturb them or remove them out of the way as well. And Golden Girl was quietly reassured of that as well, as she believed that everything will go according to plan the way it's intended to be. On the 15th of January, the members of the Lord Jed held a video conference with the members of the Order of Power, where he completely thanked his new recruit, where he completely thanked his new protege known as Lord Mac for his great courageous work and mission, and stated to him that he done a very good job and that the Order of Power completely accepts him as a new protege. And Golden Girl was quietly completely present during the video conference as well. On the 15th of February, Golden Girl was quietly completely summoned with the other members of the Order of Power when Lord Mac introduces his new successful protege to the members of the Order of Power, and stated to them that he has done a successful job and a mission and very quietly well, and the other members of the Order of Power completely congratulated him and welcomed him into the fold of the Order of Power, and stated to them that he's officially welcomed into their ranks and he's been accepted as one of them as well. On the 14th of March, Golden Girl and the rest of her dark magic users began converging energy and power energy all in one, able to activate the dark crystal's power and energy and substance at will, realizing that the dark crystal's power and substance at will is quietly highly activated, and she was very reluctantly pleased to see that the dark crystal's power and energy had gone back to its original source, and then it's come highly activated to where it was supposed to be, meaning back to its original center and source as well. On the 16th of April, Golden Girl remained meditating throughout the ancient caves, throughout the ancient dark crystal cave, where she was able to exactly have a perversion and a vision of two powerful energy light bulbs of dark magic and light and of dark magic and light magic being at war with each other, meaning in other words that the dark spell and the dark power of the other dark dimension, of the other light dimension, are completely waging war, meaning in other words she needs to absorb the power and gain the power for herself and for the rest of her followers as well, by any means necessary. On the 15th of April, Lord Jet convened with the members of the Order of Power and reassured them that their plans are still in place and that everything else is going according to plan, the way it's intended to be, without any further interruptions or anything else, and that the Universal Heroes and the United Heroes and the Four Nation Hunters will be completely to be wiped out of the way by any time soon, and that they can never underestimate their abilities or their powers in taking them down, or never again taking them lightly. And Golden Girl was quite completely reassured as she told the members of the Order of Power that she has a plan in place in order to do just that, in order to tip the balance and the scales to their favor as well. On the 20th of May, Golden Girl and the rest of her forces teleported themselves straightly into the dark dimension, where they were able to see the orbs of dark magic and light magic being involved with each other. And enduring at that time, Golden Girl began infusing herself with more power of dark magic, and the rest of her dark followers began converging and taking the power as well, as they became more powerful and more indestructible. Before they can able to absorb and extract more power from the dark magic and from the light magic source, they were attacked by the fairies of light magic and they were attacked by the fairies of light magic and the stone fairies and the stone warriors of light magic. And the stone warriors of light magic were the protectors of the ancient power and energy, and they were completely able to decimate them in one fell swoop and gain all the power in a matter of minutes, which made them more powerful and more indestructible at will as well. On the 20th of June, Golden Girl and the rest of her followers began converging the energy they've absorbed and discovered that they become more powerful and more dangerous than ever before. Meaning, in other words, they have quietly hit the jackpot and that their power has completely converged into dark magic. And she discovered that she had the ability of creating dark magical orbs that are more powerful and more dangerous at will, and that she had the ability and the power to manipulate the weather and to manipulate the dark elements and power of shadow and darkness at will, and ice and fire at will, which made her more powerful and more dangerous and very, very, very much partly more destructive. And she learned that she can never underestimate the universal magic and the universal magic heroes' ability in thwarting her operation and as well as her plans. And she learns that she can never take them lightly ever again as well. On the 15th of July, Golden Girl secretly met up with Lord Jet within his secret bases and reassured him that everything is in order and that the plans have been successfully made. And in doing so, in order to reassure him of that, she literally created new powerful dark orbs of dark magic and of light magic at will throughout his central headquarters, throughout one of his bases of operation, and demonstrated to him that now he has the power of balance and life and death under his sole control. And Lord Jet, the new Lord of Magic, was very much pleased and very satisfied as he relished in a sadistic laugh, meaning that now he has a perfect plan and a way to dispose and wipe out the supernaturals and the aliens and the superhumans once and for all in one fell swoop, so that his kind and his species will remain the supreme dominant rulers of the sacred universe and of the sacred world and of the known magical worlds and of the rest of sacred existence, and that nothing can possibly stop him as well. And in doing that, he converged his dark magic and cast out the power and everything else, and the rest of the other dark followers of the dark druids and dark witches did the same thing, realizing that their powers have quietly reached a drop of a mask. In order to do that, Golden Girl told the rest of her dark followers it's time for them to ambush the Intergalactic Coalition for Nation Hunter Scouts and wipe them out once and for all. And Lord Jet was excessively, remarkably pleased that everything is going according to plan. And Golden Girl was very systematically pleased of that as well, that things are now going according to plan, the way intended, the way they are meant to go. Despite this, guys, Golden Girl has lived for centuries and years in the sacred magical universe for many years, and she's extremely This is extremely immortal, extremely powerful dark witch with the ability of teleportation, the ability of opening portals, the ability of resurrection, the ability of summoning, the ability of combining dark magic and science at will, and the ability of creating orbs, the ability of creating dark magical orbs, and the ability of shifting, the ability of switching light magic into dark magic at will, and the ability of combining destructive dark magic with light magic at will and turning it into dark magic at will, and the ability of manipulation and the ability of manipulation and the ability of intelligence and the ability of possession and the ability of possession and the ability of mind controlling and the ability of mind controlling and the ability of reading minds and the ability of interrogation, and also as well as the ability of shape shifting. She's very good and very crafty in shape shifting at will, and she's very dangerous, which makes her one of the most dangerous forces of evil ever existed throughout the sacred universal magical worlds for many centuries. According to the Formation Hunter database, Golden Girl is one of the dangerous threats that the entire sacred magical world dimension has ever received or quietly has been fighting for many centuries, and she can never be underestimated. She's a high ranking member of an ancient secret society of supervillains known as the Order of Power, which she believes in their goals in trying to wipe out and exterminate the supernaturals and the aliens and the superhumans in order for them to remain the sole rulers of the sacred world and of the rest of sacred existence by cleansing and purifying the rest of the most evil of the rest of the most evil creatures, the rest of the most evil creatures that ever existed throughout the rest of the sacred universe. And she's willing to make sure that the original little magic schools and legacy remains intact and that it keeps on going forward no matter what. She has a group of dark, powerful followers known as the Dark Druids, the Dark Witches, the Dark Faithful, and the fairy witches and the dark and the seconds as well, who are at her command and who serve her with greatness and with great authority, who are solely devoted to her and willing to serve her in any way, and she leads them with great authority and with greatness. Despite this, she believes in the new Roller Magic Schools and his mission and his purpose, and she's heavily devoted to the goals of the organization and as well to the new Shadow Empire and she's willing to utilize her resources to make sure that goal bears fruit. She's extremely intelligent and extremely cunning, very much cruel, ruthless, and very powerful. She learns from her greatest abilities, she learns from her greatest failures to never again underestimate the universal magic hero's abilities and power to thwart in her operation as her plan, and she will do whatever it takes to take them down. Her ultimate foe and enemy throughout the universal magic heroes is Universal Magic Girl, who is an original member of the Universal Heroes, and she learns the hard way to never take her lightly or to never again underestimate her. Despite this, she's very cruel, very intelligent, very skillful in dark teleportation, and very skillful in dark teleportation in manipulating the power of darkness and shadow, and the power of fire, and ice and energy, and creating dark holographic and powerful dark illusions with her dark magic. And she can easily create an invisibility spell at will, which makes her invisible. And she's very, very great at manipulating dark magic and dark shadow energy at will. She maintains her usual basis of operations, such as a secret dark crystal temple, which is within the sacred magical dimension, where within the ancient sacred mountains, and she uses it as a central headquarters for her to secretly operate in full secrecy, where she can convene with the members of the Order of Power to discuss their plans and their original plans and goals. Despite this, she's willing to make sure that the Order of Power's goals and the Order of Power's goals and plans bear fruit, and she's willing to make sure that they successfully bear fruit by any means necessary. She's extremely immortal, very gifted with the power of shape shifting into any creature or any being, and she's very skillful with the power of transformation, and she's very gifted with the power of dark magic and negative magic, able to use her dark magic on a larger scale to practice a witchcraft, and she's very dangerous. According to Universal Magical, Golden Girl is one of the greatest dangerous threats throughout the sacred magical dimension that has ever existed, and she can never be underestimated or ever tolerated again for many years and for many centuries. According to Magic Man, Golden Girl is one of the dangerous, powerful dark witches ever existed, and she can never be underestimated. She's more powerful and more extremely immortal, intelligent, and very brave, and very determined, and ruthless, and very devoted. She was very loyal to the original Lord of Magic as a follower, and she remains loyal to the new Lord of Magic as the leader of the new organization and of the new secret society and of the new shadowy organization known as the Order of Power. And she's very devoted and very determined and very ambitious to unlock the secrets of darkness and of dark magic and of shadow energy at will. And she's willing to do just that in order to unlock the secrets of dark magic and power. Very gifted in manipulating the power of darkness and shadows at will, and at reappearing and then reappearing and then reappearing at will, and also disappearing at will. Very crafty with that as well. She's extremely intelligent, very brave, cruel, ruthless, and very powerful. Not meant to be underestimated. According to the Universal Heroes into the 489 database, Golden Girl is very extremely intelligent, smart, cunning, cruel, ruthless, devoted, and very powerful and very ambitious, very manipulative. It is her manipulation and her ruthlessness that makes her more dangerous than any dark witch they have ever faced. And she has formed powerful, secretive alliances with other dark witches to aid them on their respective goals and conquests so that their plans can successfully bear fruit. And she's willing to do just that to make sure that the organization's goals and thus the Sacred Society's goals bear fruit by any means necessary, as long as it benefits her in the process. Well, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, great day indeed, guys. Thank you for your support, and keep liking and subscribing and viewing my episode. Have a wonderful, blessed day, and stay happy and stay blessed. And may God bless you and protect you all so much and be with you all. Love you and take care. Bye. Bye.